Hey everyone, it's Chelsea with Savannah Wren Studio, and today I wanted to bring you a yoga sequence that I wrote last week after having to put our dog to sleep and then learning that one of my friends had passed away due to COVID complications. And you know, I was really deep in the throes of grief last week. It was hard to see anything other than that, and I know that a lot of us are going through the same feelings of grief right now, whether it involves the pandemic or losing a loved one or a cherished pet who's just as close as a member of your family, or if it is due to grief around the changing world that we are currently experiencing. And so I came up with this yoga sequence as a way to help bring that grief to the surface so that then you can begin to process it and release it in your own time and in your own space. Now, this sequence is not a instant fix, magic cure or anything like that, but I know for myself that doing this sequence over the past week has really helped me immensely process my own grief about losing Koba and losing my friend. And I wanted to share this with you in the hopes that maybe it might bring you a little comfort and peace down the road. So be kind to yourself. Give yourself grace during this time of grieving. And I hope that this offering supports you today. Thank you so much.
To begin our practice, I invite you to find a comfortable seated position on your mat, whether it's crisscross in easy pose or on a pillow or bolster. And I invite you to bring your hands either to the tops of your thighs or gently hold them in your lap. I invite you to close your eyes or soften your gaze, turning your awareness inward, connecting to your breath, feeling your breath flowing in through your nose, filling your lungs and your belly, and then returning to the space around you. If you so choose, I invite you to place One hand on your heart chakra and the other hand on your sacral chakra just below your belly button. Connecting your heart, the seat of unconditional love, to your center of emotions and grief. Allowing any messages to flow freely from these energy centers through your hands, meeting in the center, meeting at your solar plexus chakra, just below your diaphragm, the seat of fire and of transformation and of manifestation. I invite you to release your focus on your chakras, returning your hands to the top of your thighs, drawing the chest forward. Begin hip circles in your seated position, first to the left, and then reversing the flow over to the right. The purpose of these hip circles is to spiral and release the emotional energy that is centered in your sacral chakra. As you begin gentle undulations with your spine, drawing your heart forward, followed by your spine rippling down to your hips, creating this undulation of your spine, contracting your abdominal muscles in waves as you move the energy and add fire. Lift and extend the arms overhead, reaching toward the sky, asking for support and love in your time of need. Allow your hands to slowly float all the way down to the mat, once again connecting you with the earth. Moving through tabletop, lift the hips toward the sky, coming into downward facing dog, shifting the gaze in between your hands, moving through plank, and then shifting the hips backwards as you bend your knees, lifting the hips once again toward the sky, creating a wave with your body. Because just as emotions come in waves, grief comes in waves. Lower the knees, shifting your hips back towards your feet, arriving in child's pose. If you so choose, you can bring your hands under your forehead or gently cradling on the back of your neck. Extending your arms forward, plant the hands, lowering the body through chaturanga, all the way down to the mat, laying on your belly, releasing your hands to your sides, surrendering to the grief and emotions that you may be feeling. Planting the hands on either side of your chest, lifting the torso, bending the knees, rising up into tabletop. Lifting the chin and tailbone, lowering the belly, inhaling through cow, and then exhaling, tucking the chin and tailbone, rounding the spine, coming through cat pose. I encourage you and invite you to move through this cat-cow flow, pairing it with your breath. If you so choose, you can also vocalize your emotions. Tucking the toes, lifting the body, rotating to face the long side of your mat, widening your stance, bending the knees, sitting into the pelvis, goddess pose, lifting your arms overhead. Draw your arms in toward your body, wrapping both arms around your shoulders and torso, allowing your arms to hold you and support you. If you choose, you could move your hands to either side of your face, cupping your head, knowing that you are supported and loved. Lift and extend the arms overhead toward the sky. Forward fold, allowing gravity to naturally draw you down toward the earth. Step the feet together, bending the knees, lowering your knees down to the mat, arriving in hero's pose with your hips stacked on top of your calves, knees bent. I invite you once again to wrap your arms around your upper body, holding space for yourself, for your emotions. Sending yourself love and support to your heart space. Releasing the arms, coming to sit at the top of your mat, feet together, knees open. Slowly walk your hands and your body all the way down to the mat, arriving in reclined butterfly. If you like, you can place one of your hands on your heart chakra and the other hand on your sacral chakra. And once more, tune in to these energy centers. Slowly lift the knees towards center, bringing the knees together. And when you're ready, I invite you to slowly roll onto your right side, finding a comfortable pose, entering your Shavasana practice, allowing your mind, your body, and your energy body to process and integrate the poses and the experiences that occurred during this practice. Take as much time as you need in your resting pose. Without rushing yourself. I want to thank you all for joining me for this video on yoga for grieving. I can't tell you that things will get easier, but I can tell you that support and love are here for you. They will help you on this path through your grief. Until next time, I'm Chelsea with Savannah Wren Studios.